Hello everyone, welcome to the Carmelo Show. Today we have a very special interview with the main characters of the Albert Camus award-winning book, The Stranger. The Stranger is a story about Monsieur Marisol, the protagonist, coming to terms with the indifference of the world around him. Monsieur shows an indifferent attitude towards his own life and the lives of others throughout the novel. After his mother's death, he had no emotional reaction and very insensitive about her death. Shortly after his loss of his mother, Monsieur meets Raymond, who is a woman abuser and is widely believed to be a pimp. Through his acquaintance with Raymond, Monsieur ends up committing a murder who is Raymond's ex-wife's brother. Following his conviction of the crime, Monsieur is sentenced to death by guillotine, which leads him to happily accept the pure meaningless of life. And here's a quick character analysis from the characters of The Stranger by Albert Camus.
Hi, I'm Monsieur Marisol. In the book The Stranger, I'm the protagonist, and I'm also mentally detached from the world around me. Things that would be very, significant for most people, such as a proposal or mother's death, don't really matter to me, at least not on an emotional level. And I am an honest man, but that also means that I don't think of hiding my lack of emotion, which makes people think that I'm insensitive.
Hi, my name is Raymond and I am from the book The Stranger by Albert Camus. I'm a local pimp and Monsieur's neighbor. I become angry when my mistress cheats on me and I fight her brother, her cousin, and a group of their friends, as well as Marisol helps me. I help Marisol with his testimony during the trial to show that I don't possess capacity for the loyalty. Although he gets sent to jail, I tried my best, and that's basically my description, and I'm a thug, so.
Hi, I'm Mary from The Stranger. Unlike Marisol's physical affection for Mary, my physical affection for Marisol signals a deeper sentimental and emotional attachment. Though I am disappointed when Marisol expresses his indifference towards love and marriage, I do not end the relationship or rethink my desire to marry him. In fact, Marisol's strange behavior seems part of his appeal for me. I love him because he is so romantic.
Here we have our very special guest from Albert Camus's award-winning book, The Stranger, Monsieur Marisol. Mary. And Raymond. Alright, it's very good to see all you guys here today. Thank you, Monsieur, for managing time out of prison to be with us today.
No problem.
If you wouldn't mind, let's get right into this.
Yep.
Monsieur, I'm truly sorry for your terrible accent of the loss of your mother. If you don't mind, if I ask, how did the recent loss of your mother feel?
It made me feel the same way I would any other day, other than the fact that I had to go all the way to her funeral, which was exhausting.
I see. Is there any particular reason you decided to put your mother in a retirement home?
I put her in the retirement home because I just didn't have the money to have her looked after anymore, and my mom didn't expect anything from me, and I didn't expect anything from her anymore.
And it was told by your caretaker at your mom's funeral that you didn't cry once, and that you left right after without paying any last respects at her grave. Is this correct?
I'd say that's true.
And you said your mother's death didn't affect you at all?
I'd say that's true as well.
Okay. And Mary, how has Monsieur being arrested affected your relationship with each other?
Well, we used to swim down at the beach. He used to take me out. We used to hang out in his apartment. We were even thinking about getting married. But all that changed after he got arrested. They wouldn't even let me come see him anymore because I wasn't legally his wife. So that forced me to move on.
I'm truly sorry you two couldn't get the chance to marry.
Well, it didn't really matter to me.
So Raymond, how have you been?
I've been alright, actually doing really good.
That's good to hear. How did you and Monsieur become friends?
Well, I mean, I invited this guy to my apartment, and then he started giving me tips about how my ex-girlfriend was cheating on me.
Your wife cheated on you? I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
It's okay. As soon as I suspected anything of her, I just beat her. I got into trouble, but thanks to Monsieur, he testified at the police station for me.
Okay. And it's widely believed you're a pimp.
Yeah, bro. I'm just a warehouse guard.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Monsieur, you're in custody for killing a man. Was there any motive in why you killed that man?
Killing him wasn't intended. Me, Raymond, and Mason were at the beach, and we got in a fight with 3 Arabs that had it out for Raymond. And later on, after the fight, I found one of the guys while I was walking along the beach, and he had a knife drawn towards me. So I just pulled out the gun that Raymond had given me earlier, and I just shot him.
May I ask who Mason is?
Mason is the Raymond's friend that invited me, Mary, and himself to his bungalow near the beach.
Alright, and if you don't mind, may I ask why you guys got into a fight, like, and who the men were?
The men were Arabs who had it out for me. We fought because they just didn't like me, and they were the brothers of my ex-wife. It was ridiculous.
Okay, and Monsieur, which one of the 3 Arabs did you shoot and kill?
Well, out of the 3 Arabs, one of them being Raymond's ex-wife's brother, I shot Raymond's ex-wife's brother. He pulled a knife on me, and I pulled out Raymond's gun and I shot him once, then another 4 times.
Okay, and I see Monsieur. You were arrested after killing this man. You also had a trial in court. What was your sentence for your crime?
Well, at my trial, they judged the case a majority on how I was insensitive towards my mother's death. My final sentence was death by guillotine.
Okay, and you said they used the fact of your insensitivity towards your mother's death against you. Like, how so?
Well, they had witnesses testify about my insensitivity towards my mother's death. The witnesses claimed that I wasn't crying and how I left without paying my condolences to her grave.
Well, that's very unfortunate, Monsieur. What are your thoughts about being sentenced to death? Like, how, terrible does that make you feel?
Well, sometimes I consider filing an appeal, but I assume the worst and expect that the appeal will be denied. But then I consider the fact that everyone eventually dies, and that thought allows me to consider the possibility of freedom through my death.
It's very interesting, Monsieur. Well, that's all for tonight's show, fellas. Can I please have a huge round of applause for Monsieur, Marisol, Mary, and Raymond? Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next Carmona show.
Deuce.
Alright.